Namaskar, this is Shruti Chaturlal Sharma from India on behalf of my production Euphonic Yoga. And I'm very happy to be a part of the 6th International Yoga Day, being invited by the Embassy of India in Paris. And taking this platform, I share a bit about my production Euphonic Yoga. We would first commence today's presentation with a salute to the COVID warriors and praying for everyone's good health, happiness, and prosperity with this beautiful chant. Please join in while sitting in a comfortable position, back straight, de-stressing your mind, neck, and shoulders, and with hands in Anjali Mudra, which is also known as the Namaste Mudra, with your eyes closed.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
So with this beautiful chant, let's take this journey further. In the world that is relentlessly pushing its limits in scientific and technological advances, we have succumbed to a fast and hectic life. And during this pandemic, we are losing a touch with our soul. All of us are made up of vitalizing life forces that drive us, but in time, it goes due to the chaotic routine. We start to run low on that energy, which need to be replenished. It is mentioned in our ancient texts that the music and yoga are the two keys through which these vital energies can be restored, so that our bodies and mind can be regenerated, and we lead a healthy and inspiring life. Euphonic Yoga does exactly that for you. It brings together the art of music and dance with the craft of yoga that creates a lifestyle, leaving a profound effect on our mind, body, and soul. This amalgamation of yoga, music, and dance not only benefit you spiritually but also physically by activating the energy spheres in our body, otherwise called the chakras. These chakras, 7 in number, mainly Mooladhara Chakra, Swadhisthana Chakra, Manipura Chakra, Anhat Chakra, Vishuddha Chakra, Ajna Chakra, and Sahasra Chakra are the spiritual centers of a human body. And according to the Vedic philosophy, yoga deals with the realization of the Anhat Nad, the unstruck sound or the extrasensory vibrations, which also means cosmic music, which is not a mere physical exercise but a therapeutic postures that activate the certain chakras, the energy centers, and the nadis, the energy channels in our body. It may also be called a journey within. Similarly, the Shastric school of music discovered the musical notes Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Dha Ni, or if we may say Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Ti. These combination of musical notes form the Indian classical ragas in Indian classical music. These ragas or compositions help to activate specific chakras, which allows the Kundalini energy to easily rise, energize, and nourish these chakras. These specially composed compositions also influences the chakras to maintain an optimum spin and balance, ensuring a balanced energy supplied to the different organs of the body related with these specific chakras. The art of dance is stunning one and the benefits are aplenty. The concept of euphonic yoga has been able to incorporate 3 Indian classical music dances: Bharatanatyam, Odissi, and Kathak. These dance forms carry the secrets of a healthy body and mind. And certain hand gestures, also known as the mudras, of what we are going to talk very soon in this segment, activate the channels in our body that lead to a healthier change of systems of circulation, digestion, and even the immunity. Euphonic yoga truly believes in a natural and a holistic approach towards a healthy and inspiring life. And with the same thought, we incorporate the chants, the mudras, the footwork, working with the acupressure points, breathing exercises, some amazingly designed kriyas in accordance with the chakras, enhancing positivity, communication skill, negativity, negotiation skills, voice modulation, to name a few from the list. With this a brief note on euphonic yoga, we take the segment further with a very short choreography representing the second chakra from the chakra journey, known as Swadhisthana chakra, or also called as the sacral chakra. So here we go. This chakra is just located above the genital organ. If energies are dominant in Swadhisthana chakra, the pleasure will be most dominant in your life. You may enjoy your physical realities in many ways. Physically, this chakra governs reproduction, emotionally it governs joy, and spiritually it governs the enthusiasm. This yogic dance showcases a combination of a masculine and feminine form of the Hindu god Lord Shiva and his consort Parvati, which means it depicts half male, half female, split down the middle. It symbolizes that the male and the female principle are inseparable and constantly drawn and fused in each other, forming a new life. And this is a short presentation for all of you, giving a glimpse of yogic dance of euphonic yoga, composed in rag Gujari Thodi, presented by Swati Mittal.
स्वरूप तेरो शिवाय अर्धांग भस्म सुहावे अर्धांग पार्वती संग अर्धमोहनी पार्वती संग अर्धमोहनी पार्वती संग अर्धमोहनी दिन जगत को तू ही आधार अर्धांग भस्म सुहावे.
Our body is like a wick of a candle, and the mind is like the glow all around it. Prana. Prana is the vital energy needed by our physical and subtle layers, without which the body would perish. It is the prana or the life force in us that nourishes the mind and keeps the body alive. Prana refers to the universal life forces, and ayama means to regulate or lengthen. Pranam means working in the dimension of prana. Prana creates the aura around the body and flows through the thousands of energy channels called the nadis, or the energy sphere called the chakras. The quality and quantity of prana and the way it flows in our nadis, in our chakras, determines one's state of mind. We must remember, if the prana level is high and its flow is continuous, smooth and steady, the mind will remain calm, positive and enthusiastic. So with the same thought, we go ahead for a breathing practice. This bandha relates to the Mooladhara chakra and thus is termed as the Moola Bandh, where the Moola means the root or the source. It's a very beneficial practice as well as a very easy to perform. We just need to sit in cross-leg position, grabbing a mat. Place your left leg on the right thigh, forming Sada Asana. Concentrate on the base of the spine, the location of Mooladhara chakra. The hands can be in Gyan Mudra. And while inhaling, we contract the muscles or the genital organs of a body. Hold it for 3 seconds and come back exhaling, releasing those muscles. Even during that 3 seconds, we can also chant Om Guru Devaya Namaha. We'll do it again 3 times for you. A deep inhale, contracting the genital organs or the muscles. Holding it for 3 seconds, Om Guru Devaya Namaha. Exhaling and releasing the muscles back. Once again. Inhale, hold the muscles, Om Guru Devaya Namaha, release and exhale. And for the last time, inhale, hold the muscles, contract and hold them, Om Guru Devaya Namaha, exhale and release. This bandha tones the reproductive system and regulates the menstrual cycle. It stimulates the prana in pelvic region. It strengthens the pelvic region. Also, it's a great exercise to combat with stress, anxiety and depression. So this was Moola Bandha for all of you. Since we are going through these difficult times, to keep ourselves healthy, to strengthen our immune system is the first thought that comes to our mind after looking all the negative situations around us. And today, through this platform, we bring to you 2 such asanas which will help to strengthen your immune system, which if get combined with Rag Ramkali in the morning or with Rag Purya Dhanashri in the evening, the benefits would be quadrupled. So with the same thought, we bring further the 2 asanas for you. One known as the downward dog or also as the Adhumukh Asana, and the second is the warrior pose variation 3 or Veerbhadra Asana 3. So here we go ahead with these 2 asanas. Adhumukh Shavasana posture replicates a dog bending forward and hence the name counts as downward dog pose. This yoga posture calms the brain and helps to relieve the stress and mind, depression. It stretches the shoulders, hamstrings, calves and hands, helps to relieve the symptoms of menopause and menstrual discomfort. It also helps with improving digestion, relieving headache, insomnia, back pain, fatigue, and have proven to be therapeutic for high blood pressure, asthma, flat feet, sciatica, and sinus. We must avoid doing this pose if we are suffering from injury in the wrist, hands, or shoulders. So here we take you further with downward dog pose. So we take this further by performing the asana. Come onto your fours. Form a table such that your back forms a tabletop and your hands and feet form the legs of the table. As you breathe out, lift up the hips, straightening the knees and the elbows, forming an inverted V shape with the body. Press your hands into the ground, widen through your shoulder blades. Keep the neck lengthened, touching the ears of the inner arms. Hold the downward dog pose. Take a long, deep breath. Look forward at the navel. Exhale and bending the knees back, returning to the table pose. Relax yourself back lying on the mat. So this was Adho Mukh Asana or the downward dog pose. And we take this further with the next asana, that is the Veerbhadra Asana variation 3, also known as the warrior pose variation 3. So the next asana with which we go further with is Veerbhadra Asana. It has a profound mythology and history behind it. Its name has been inspired by the creator of yoga, the Lord Shiva, where Veera means the hero or the warrior, Bhadra means the friend, and Asana means the posture. This asana has 3 variations, and today we'll be doing the 3rd variation. Before going ahead and performing the asana, I would love to share a few of its benefits. So keeping this in mind, we go ahead and perform Veerbhadra Asana variation 3. Begin standing in Tar Asana with your feet separated and parallel to one another. Inhale to reach your arms up overhead. As you exhale, begin to extend your right leg straight up behind as you shift your weight onto the left leg and the foot. Keep the right foot flexed and active and find a strong line of energy along the right leg and out through the right heel. Straighten both legs and making sure your body is parallel to the floor. Move forward toward bringing the torso parallel to the floor. Turn the core and keep the low belly in to create more stability in your upper body. Keep the gaze down and neck relaxed, neutral position. Remain the pose anywhere with 5 to 10 counts. To come out of the pose, slowly bring your right foot back to meet the left and raise the torso to the vertical position. When ready, repeat with the other side. So these were the 2 asanas, the downward dog pose and the warrior pose variation 3. And from here, we take to our next segment, Mudra. Our fingers continuously emit various vital energies, electric waves and aura. Yogis believe that when different fingers form mudras, they start electromagnetic current in the body and stimulate our conscious center, creating balance and promoting health. Thus, holding each finger for a few minutes leads us to achieve mental, physical and spiritual balance. And today we will experience the same hand mudras which can be done in our daily life. And the hand mudras or the hand gestures we take this segment further are Pran Mudra and Hakani Mudra. The Pran Mudra is also known as the gesture of life. This is a very beautiful and easy mudra which make an immense effect in our body. So to go ahead and to form or perform the Pran Mudra, we go ahead first sitting in a comfortable position. We may sit in Padmasana, which is also called the lotus pose. We may sit in a Sukhasana, the half lotus pose, or making ourselves comfortably seated on a chair. And to go ahead about forming this mudra, we take our palms. We take the tip of the thumb and the little and the ring finger and connect them together. This is as simple as that. Once the mudra is formed, we place it on the knees. So this is Pran Mudra for you. This mudra eliminates any kind of A, B, C, D, E and K vitamin deficiencies. This hand mudra can assist control hunger plus thirst throughout your fasting. This improves the regularity power in your mind. It decreases the nervousness and thereby improving the self-confidence. It helps to manage the emotions, for example, mental tension, anger, pride, restlessness, delight, enjoyment, and many more to the list. Attention and presence of mind can be easily and greatly improved with this mudra. It also helps and has the power to enhance our immune system. The Pran Mudra profit eyes too. It recovers the vision and treat eye irritation like burning red eyes, cataract, and too many more. It helps to remove the obstacles and impurities present in the blood, ensuring it is enhanced with blood movement. Any kind of cramps in muscles and pain in the legs can be cured by this mudra. The mudra can be performed while walking or even by sitting. Just plug in the finger-thumb combination and the battery starts charging. It is that simple. Make sure that you do it for 15 minutes in a day. So that was Pran Mudra for you. And we go ahead with our next mudra, that is Hakini Mudra. As I said, the mudra are also the hand gestures. This Hakini Mudra is also known as the Mudra of Mind or the Power of Mind. So this is again a very simple mudra. How we do it is sitting in a comfortable position as we just shared with you. We bring the tips of all the fingers and thumb of both the hands together with each other, making sure that there is a space in between or a distance between our palms. This is how exactly it looks like. So once we make a Hakini Mudra, it has a breathing technique to it. It is a very simple and very beneficial breathing technique which we use with the Hakini Mudra. So it is as simple as this formation. While we inhale, we take the tongue and place it on the roof of the mouth. And while exhaling, we place it back at its place. Once again, I repeat, while making and forming this mudra, we take our tongue and place it on the roof of the mouth while inhaling. And while exhaling, we keep our tongue, we get our tongue back on its place. We share a beautiful short choreography composed in Rag Ahir Bhairav, representing the Anhat Chakra or the heart chakra, which places itself as the middle point in the chakra journey, being the fourth chakra. This chakra talks about joy, tender compassion, radiant love, and deep intimacy with oneself. It is all about love. Love has endless definitions, and we try to express some of them through this composition. So let's experience some love through Anhat Chakra in Rag Ahir Bhairav.
na
also take this platform to share the 2 of our exercises involving the facial muscles, which will instantly give you the gift of de-stressing yourself and pampering yourself with love, and if done on regular basis, they will be cherished. So these 2 exercises are de-stress yourself followed with 100 kisses. So let's take it further. We take our hands and place the tip of the fingers on the center of our forehead, which is also the location of the Ajna chakra or the third eye chakra. Putting a gentle pressure on the forehead, we take our fingers across our forehead, giving an instant relief if we have a headache. The pressure can be according to your comfort level. We do it again, putting a gentle pressure on the forehead and taking it over the forehead and for the last time. So this was our exercise called De-Stress Yourself, and we take you to the next exercise, that is 100 kisses. As we have been talking about Anhat Chakra, the heart chakra, and also spreading positivity and happiness, let's go ahead and conclude this segment with a beautiful spread loving exercise. Blow 100 kisses. So this 100 kisses is just embracing your love to someone whom you love the most. Just think of that person and start giving 100 kisses by making a pout. This is as simple as that. This strengthens the jaw area and this laughing lines, and also give a beautiful jaw line to all of us. So this was 2 of the exercises, that is De-Stress Yourself and the 100 kisses. I, Shruti Chaturlal, the curator and conceptualizer of Euphonic Yoga, and also the granddaughter of the Oscar nominee and BAFTA awardee, the tabla stalwart Pandit Chaturlal. I thank the Embassy of India in Paris for giving us this opportunity and making us a part of the prestigious International Yoga Day, and sharing our bit what we have with Euphonic Yoga. Once again, thank you so much. Namaskar.